Hello everybody, welcome back to Just for Fun. We're going to try to get in a couple more matches with Cycling Song and Pauper. Let's see what we have to work with here against Rocky Columbia. Yeah, I can't keep this one. Alright, and this one's a keeper. Okay, and we'll see what we can do here. First turn, we'll probably just cycle Carabid, hold on to Barrenmore, see if we draw other lands or not. Okay, we're playing against Reanimator, and we have zero way to interact with them, so this is probably a bad matchup, unless it takes them too long to find their cards, which is possible. Oh, no, maybe not. Maybe this is some other kind of dredge type of deck. Okay, we drew another swamp, which means we'll probably end up cycling that Barrenmore. No reason to cycle main phase here. Typically I will if I'm looking for land drops. You want to keep hitting your lands, but if we already played a land for the turn, doesn't matter. You can wait till the end of the opponent's turn for to kind of conceal what we're doing here. This is an unusual strategy. Not too many people know what we're on about. Okay, let's see. What do we got here? Blue-green. Werebear. Okay. Okay, this is kind of old school Pauper deck here. I like it. Okay, what do we got? Let's go to our end step. Opponent's end step, and no, we can't do that. We can cycle that. So we got two graveyard-based decks here, which is good because that means we won't run into graveyard hate in the next round or next game. Okay, song. So we got half of our combo here. Now we just got to get it here. Get dudes in the bin. In a swamp, main phase, cycle Barrenmore, cycle Street Wraith. Cycle Carabid. Alright, and we're getting somewhere. Cycle Street Wraith. Okay, so now you see we got 4 dudes in the bin. So we're a fifth of the way to lethal. Unless we draw another songs, and then that just halves our clock there. It's very nice. We got the Fume Spitter, which if he doesn't get Threshold this turn, cap that Werebear. Oh god, he's going to gain life with that guy too, which is annoying. But we do have a couple Crypt Threats here, so there's the potential to finish him off with that. He's already got 4 cards in the bin. It's pretty likely he can hit Threshold here. Let's see what he's casting. Deep Analysis. Okay, that's getting him further away from Werebear being a threat, so that's actually good for us. Okay, and then Careful Study, so we're going to get a couple more things in the bin here. Brown Scale goes back. And, oh, Root Wallow. Okay, so we got a Madness kind of theme going on here. Guy probably played a bunch of Vintage Masters and thought this would work out. It is kind of a deck, Blue Green Madness. It's not a bad deck. I'm not saying that. It's just that it's fun. It's a fun deck. Okay. So we're going to Fume Spitter here. And I'm just going to kill the Werebear now so that he can't dredge and sort of go off that way. That gives us one more dude in the bin. So if we end up getting low on life, we can just Crypt Rats and wipe the board if it's a couple more creatures. And you're probably thinking, why did I pitch to Baron more? But, you know, I was thinking we would draw into another land. If we get a forest, we can Grizzly Salvage too, which would be really nice. Okay, you're gonna take your whole turn to attack and pump or something? That would be fine with me. As you saw in the first match, there's potential to gain quite a bit of life in this deck, so don't ever really feel that pressured until they have like a lethal on board. Okay, he's just happy to be drawing cards and valuing me, but you know, I'm not terribly worried about it. We can, at the least, cycle our Dragger here, get another. We're at 5 dudes in the bin. We can get to 6 dudes, get another draw. So we're drawing at least 2 cards next turn. Okay, Wilds. This is going to. That's definitely going to fetch a forest, but let's pitch this first because I wouldn't mind hitting another land, so I don't want to thin first. Okay, Baron Moore is going to get pitched next turn. Again, we're in no danger of dying here. Let's forest so we can Grizzly Salvage. Yeah, maybe next turn might be cycle Baron Moore and cast Grizzly Salvage. Seems good. Although, you know, it's kind of frustrating because, you know, potentially you've been in other songs, and that's the feels, because that's, you know, if we draw one of those, it's kind of game, you know. Okay, now we're on a bit of a clock. So I might just Crypt Rats for 1 next turn if we naturally draw land. Oh, well, I mean, of course, it depends on if he has mana left over. Might play another creature. It'd be great if he, like, you know, put more threats out there for us to Plague Wind him. Mongrel, okay. That's a card, and he can plus that quite a bit, so could, like, use it as, you know, Mind Twist, kind of. So I'm going to play Fume Spitter here. Wish we could organize our graveyard so we knew how many. Right now we have 6, and Fume Spitter can be the 7th. I don't know what he's thinking about. He's like got a counter spell or something. Could have, yeah, that counter spell. What's the one that the one with Madness, Circular Logic, or, you know, something. Not really worried about it getting countered. All it's going to do is save us a couple points of life. So I don't know if he's tanking on that or if he's just AFK or something, or playing 2 games at the same time, which, you know, sometimes I end up doing that by accident, but I really don't like to, because then I can't really focus on either, and you're going back and forth, and it's just like, you know, it just doesn't seem fair to the people you're playing. It seems like disrespectful, so I try not to do that. Okay, let's cast Grizzly here. Yeah, there's no reason I couldn't have done that. Well, yeah, I do. I want to hit the land drop. That's why I did it now. Okay, so what are you? Okay, you're countering that. You know what? That's fine. Okay, so I'm going to kill that now. Because I can't, like, block and do it for, you know, trample. I mean, I guess I could have done it in his upkeep or something. That probably would have been smarter, but because now he can recast Rancor. Oh no, I mean in his begin combat, that would have been the time to do it. I don't know. Let me know. Let me know what I should have did, please. Somebody help me. Okay, he's gaining more life here. I'm not terribly worried about, but he does have a lot of cards in his hand, and he's got access to a lot of card draw. Usually by now, against a deck that doesn't have a lot of draw, you've kind of run them out of threats. So we have 7 creatures in the bin. So you can do a lot of damage to us actually right now, depending on what's in his hand. If he cares to keep it or not. I probably punted this game pretty bad. Now that I'm thinking about it. Sorry about the silence there. I was just kind of going over in my head. You know, but we could get lucky here, and we don't. Well, yeah, I mean, we can just consume spirit to stay alive, but then I don't. Then I'm giving away what my plan is. I can crypt rats for 4 potentially. Um, you know what? If we don't, we're gonna just lose. Odds are he does have a counter or something. But let's. I'm gonna kind of like play a little weird here because it's not like he's red and I'm gonna die to a bolt. So we can go down to 1 life. If he counters that, then we're just we're just dead if he counters this. But okay. Let's cast our Crypt Rats. Gonna cycle the Barrenmore now. Nice draw there. We can start getting guys back. Okay, so you can't save the Rootwalla. I mean, we're not out of the woods here by any means. But we can Pit Keeper and get back, either like Street Wraith and cast it, or oh, can he pump him enough to keep him alive? Yeah, he can. So we're just dead. I didn't think think about that, but it wouldn't have mattered. I can't do more than that anyway. What did he just have? Lands in his hand? Yeah, so let's just see here. He got us. Not much we could do about that one. A bit disappointing, but I swear, hopefully we're going to go off in one of these. It'll be all worth it for the one time I get it to work. And I have gotten it to work. I have lethal consumed people. What's he doing? Does he actually have a sideboard? Oh, that's the other thing. Pauper, there's not enough people playing. There's not enough constructed ends and stuff going on, so you get people playing. You know, you're not going to have a lot of brews. It's just not a lot of brews online. It's almost all like market decks. Okay, we have Gnaw this game. This is a really good hand. We're going to be able to get lands like Gnaw. And we can stay alive. Hopefully we draw into a couple cyclers. I think I want to just, we don't need to play Fume Spitter just now. I think I'm going to just Evolving Wilds, get a forest, and pass. Okay. Also might have noticed we're just playing a lot faster than our opponent. Okay, that was a good draw. We can just cycle that right now. Okay, and pass turn. So we got a couple Pit Keepers here. Could just play it for value. Our opponent's got a lot bigger creatures in his deck, so it's not going to be that much pressure. Yeah. Okay, so now we can go. Oh, nice. We're going to actually play the Baron more for now because we whiffed on another land draw. We're going to Fume Spit. And we'll just kind of want to cap that now to keep him from being up on land. Yeah, let's do that. Why not? Always bolt the birds. Shout out Mike Flores. Always bolt the birds. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Because, you know, every now and then, maybe like, let's say 20% of the time, you're going to get lucky that they were keeping a hand based on having a mana dork, and they end up getting land screwed. In this particular situation, that's not what happened, but okay, let's play another Fume Spitter. I'm going to salvage also. Come on, man. Like, really? What are you thinking about here? What's so thought-provoking? Give the respect to pay attention to what you're doing, please. Okay. It's not a tournament. We don't need to think so hard. There's no stakes here. Just play, and if you make a mistake, you play again. That's the game. That's how you learn. Salvage. Okay, we're taking on this too. I mean, come on, you gonna counter it? Counter it, please. No? Okay, so we can definitely put Pit Keeper in the grave. If we have Pit Keeper and Deadshot, we can start chaining Pit Keepers, which I like. Yeah, so I'm just gonna grab the wilds and put the rest in the graveyard. You don't need another Consume Spirit, although if he counters our Consume Spirit when we finally get around to that, that's going to be frustrating. I'm going to grab a mountain here, just so we have one. And pass turn. Yeah, so next turn, if I play, what do you do? He bounced my guy? Alright, that really did 0. You were worried about the clock of the Fume Spitter? I mean, I guess that's kind of a neat card, but it doesn't do much. And oh, look at that. We've met our lands here. So now I think we do Keeper. Get back Pit Keeper. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I still have a second one, so maybe I just get back Deadshot. Putting it on top of my library. Okay. That's fine. That did a lot. Get back that Pit Keeper. So these are great because you can kind of keep chaining them. That as long as you still have one in your hand, you can get back multiple creatures. You know, if the other ones die. So it's very, very good. High power level, that card. It's a little tricky, but I like it. Mongrel, okay. That's fine. Probably going to play Fume Spitter and double block. Because we want our dudes to die. It's fine if our dudes die. Actually, let's throw the counter on it now. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and we can get back Fume Spitter again. I mean, I could get back Deadshot and cycle it. That would have been a good play too. But I want to get back, you know, if I can keep getting back Fume Spitter, I can kind of permanently kill all his dudes. We're at a high enough life total that attacking here seems good. Because even if he blocks and discards with his cards, what would it be him to Turok him? I mean, and these guys, we clearly don't care if they die. Especially with a Gnaw in the yard and another one in hand. I mean, we're looking really good here for a long game. That's why I said this deck is more of a control deck. We can get pretty grindy with this until we draw our combo card. I'm pretty sure, I'm fairly certain this is a snap block, seeing as I have the other Pit Keeper in my hand. Force him to discard 2 cards. Rancor is really good in that deck. I mean, this is probably one of the top cards in the format, in my opinion. I mean, it's a really powerful card. Ooh, Arrogant Worm. Okay. That's a dude. That's a new addition. Arrogant Worm wasn't in the format until Vintage Masters because it hadn't been printed in a format that was printed online before. Is he going to toss another thing, or no? He's just going to let it die? Okay. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do here is just double fume spitter his dude. And pass the turn. And I block here if he attacks, because then I can go pit keeper something, you know? In fact, it'd be nice to have some more swamps to really go off here with our pit spit combo. I could consider gnawing here just because, I mean, we have the other one in our hand, just to be efficient with our mana. You know, not like we need to, but we might need our mana for more things later on. Okay, so he's got Rancors for days. Yeah, why not? Because we're going to pull some guys out of our yard this turn, so let's gain a bunch of life. Okay, we drew another fume spitter. Okay. Okay, we can getting back pit keepers here. And the opponent, you know, if anything, he's going to have a really hard time killing us. Unless he gets, you know, draw some of his spells that draw him deeper into his deck. But, you know, again, we always have the potential of going a little buck wild. We can get some cyclers into his songs. It's pretty easy to get our creatures into our yard here. Okay, so he drew a draw spell, which is not good for us. But we've been getting a lot of value off of these pit keepers, so let's see what happens here. He attacks with both. All right. I think we double block Aquamoeba. Because that's less fume spitters I have to dig out. Discarding card doesn't really do anything for him here because he's made it symmetrical. Yeah, this is an odd card. Odd common too. Like, you know, it's like an oddly aggressive card for blue. Plus, it looks kind of like a water Stegosaurus or something. It's just a bizarre looking card. Alright. Oh, heavens, we're down to 25. Okay, plays a land, okay. Now we have obscene amounts of life. There's just no way we, he kills us anytime soon. Unless he has, like, Bajuka Bog or something. Our yard out, which is doubtful in his blue-green deck here. I'm going to get another. Should I get a third Pit Keeper? Yeah, why not? So I've got 2-1s for days here. I don't know. Does he get this? Does he think he can beat this somehow? I'm not sure. I'm not sure he can. Definitely blocking with 1 here. And if he has some kind of pump effect, so be it. But we'll save a life and maybe take out his dude, force him to use another card. I mean, he can bounce our guys with Aether Burst. That seems like a bad plan when we're just getting back more creatures that way. And he has no idea about the 2 extra. I mean, this is really 4 Gnaw to the Bones, right? Because we can double cast these. This card is insane. I mean, I know life gain cards that just gain life aren't good. Fine. But this gains so much life, and it does it twice. You know, I love this card. All right, what are we doing here? My God, look at the time difference here. And I usually play much faster when I'm not talking. So, recording these videos, I'm playing a lot slower than I normally would. And still, look at the time difference here. This guy is just, he's dragging on. There's no way he can kill me in the 5 minutes we have left. He has left. It's just not possible. So, we end up winning this one on time, which is not cool because I wanted to go off. But, hey, I guess a win's a win. Some of you spiky people are happy about that. Okay, salvage. So, I have no incentive to attack here. Maybe I attack with 1. No. You don't really want to have all 3 of these out. I don't want to play that. Although it would be nice to get back a Fume Spitter, but... yeah, I mean, I guess I could attack with at least 1 here. Probably just take it. I mean, could salvage next turn. If we draw into Plague Rats, that's going to be, or Crypt Rats, it's going to be really good for us. So I think I'm going to end of turn, kind of his turn salvage. So we're not really under any pressure here. I mean, I say that with 2 big dudes on the field, but still. Not totally worried about that with, all our protection here. Running out of time, bud. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what I'm looking for with salvage. I think we want either our Cryptorats, our Pestilence on a stick, or we want another Swamp so that we can cast Pit Keeper, twice and something, and Fume Spitter or whatever. So I wouldn't mind capping off his Worm just, to have one less thing to worry about. But, oh man, I don't think it's going to come to that because this guy's killing me with the clock here. God, I hope this isn't painful to watch. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know if I should even post this one, but see what happens here. No attacks. Okay, just gonna let time go by. Oh, I forgot to salvage at the end. See, I guess that's a psych move, right? Slow play, like get the other person so tilted that that they can't focus. Again, there's not really a need to do this right now, but I'm fine with it. Um, get any one of these things, doesn't really matter too much. Gonna get Street Wraith here. It sucks that we're pitching songs. I could just, untap and play this next turn, but I'm not worried about killing him right now because I'm trying to go off here. We drew our other swamp, which is excellent. Thrilled about that. I'm just going to attack here. If he doesn't block, I do nothing. Okay, I do nothing because he's going to think he can try to kill me. And if he would have blocked, I could just, get my guys back and keep going. Clearly he knows I have that other Pit Keeper in my hand, so. And yeah, I'm not worried about getting killed from 23. So if I survive the turn, I can gnaw and just put the game completely out of reach. But I mean, we are like 30 cards deep in our deck, so that's pretty cool. Even through a memory lapse. So we've seen a lot of our deck. But... okay, that's fine. I'll take whatever you got, bud. Maybe I shouldn't have attacked with both, keeping one back. But again, I'm not really worried about it. Maybe I can just attack him to death. Who knows? I'm not sure if he's playing his best or if he's distracted with whatever other game he's in that he's taking so long. Okay. Still a 1-1 at this point in the game. Kind of sad for your plan here. I think we cast Cribrats. And I mean, if I were him, I'd probably concede at that point because I can sweep your dudes here. But to attack, if he trades off with the Werebearer. And if not, I can just sack this and he could still keep that alive. So maybe I don't do that, but maybe I just keep the threat of that out there and then gnaw. Keep like a zillion life. He's getting down on the clock here. Man, this might go to time before we even finish this game. I was hoping to finish at least this one, but looks like I'm going to have to record another match here because this is pretty lame. Sorry, guys. But, I mean, the first game didn't go well for me. I did punt pretty badly, but the second game, I've been in control the whole time. And, Blue Green Madness is not a joke deck that we're playing against here. I mean, it might seem like it because of the way this guy's playing. I don't know. I'm not to say our opponent is bad. It seems like he's not paying attention and just running out the clock. So I'm just gonna F6 here. Doesn't matter. On F5. I mean, if this game didn't go to time, it's pretty clear that I got this game in the bag. I mean, there's just zero possible chance of him killing me. So, all right, let's see if we can record another one.